Yo, what up? Nice. You gotta love that music that Randall made for me. And Randall made it for himself because Randall made it first for Cameo Man, and then I kind of took it over as my theme song to my podcast. So, right on. Well, welcome, guys. Fears has had a epic day. As you can tell by the title of this, I went to Super Retro Con, and it was bloody marvelous. Bloody marvelous. We got Mercenary Man in the chat. He's the first one to say, "What's up, everyone?" Well, so far, Mercenary Man, there's no one here. It's you and me, but I'm sure others will join. My coffee is done, and boy, do I need it. I got a bunch of stories to tell you guys, and some are good, some are bad, some are delicious jams and jellies. The calm was going ballistic. The calm was amazing. It was off the charts. It was off the scale. Oh, yes. But first, I need my coffee. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff. That is the good stuff. Fears is a little bit tired. I'm just a little bit. I'm just a tad. I'm just a tad bit tired. But I'm here. Oh shit, that's the good stuff. Oh my god. That's good. That's good. Oh my lord. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Fears had a bloody marvelous day. We got one person watching. I believe that's Mercenary Man. There was 3 people in here, but I don't know where they went. Hopefully they'll come back. Where do I start? Where do I begin? There's so much going on. All right, let's do this. Is your Christmas tree still up? Is that any of your business, Mercenary Man? Actually, no, I'm just joking. Not the whole thing. Yeah, here, I'll show you. I took off all the ornaments and all that stuff. I just I need to find a big enough box. I haven't found a big enough box. The box that they gave me, it was crap. So I'm trying to find like a blue plastic container to put it in. But look. So everything's off of it. It's just I need to find a blue, like, big container to put it in. So until I can find something, it's got to stay there. But I put all the other Christmas decorations away. Anyway, oh shit, my computer got unplugged. Give me 1 second. There we go. Oh. All right. Christmas all year round, hell yeah. No. I need to find a container to put it in. I'm sick and tired of it being up. Anyway, all right. So, cheers, guys. Oh yeah. Well, I've got a whole bunch of stuff to tell you. First of all, I had to work, so Fears has not went to sleep. Last night, I got to work at 10, right? Got off at 6. Tried to go to sleep between I got home like at 6:20, and so I tried to sleep from 6:20 till 8:30, and I was so excited for the con, I just couldn't get to sleep. So I just stayed up. Went to the con, went ballistic at the con, almost fell asleep on the way home. I had to stop at a gas station, and I sat in my car for like 20 minutes. I downed a coffee. So this is my second coffee. Downed a coffee, went into the bathroom, threw water on my face because I'm not going to crash and hurt myself or hurt anyone else. But I had to do what I had to do to get the footage. Anything for the footage. So I know I'll sleep good tonight. I'm so freaking tired. It's beyond belief. But Mercenary Man, I hope you've had a good day. I hope everybody else has had a good day. Again, the con was amazing. There were some good things about it, and there were some bad things about it. Let me start with the bad things. Unfortunately, when I got there, right, some of the movie cars were not there. So the Knight Rider reboot car, the Mustang, was not there. They canceled at the last waking moment. Then I thought the DeLorean time machine, it was going to be a time machine, right? It was not. The guy just bought a DeLorean, and he told the entire con that he's planning to turn it into a DeLorean time machine. So I just got a picture in front of just a normal stocked DeLorean. But thank God my friend Michael was there, and he brought his Knight Rider car, and me and Michael, we sat in the Knight Rider car, and I did an interview with him. So look forward to that. So that was kind of bummer number one. But hey, Michael was like, hey, Fierce. You know, he did the little whistle. I can't do it, but he was like, Fierce, like that. And he's like, get over here. And I came over, and I was like, dude, I'm like, did you see that? He's like, yeah, I know. He's like, X-nay on the no DeLorean time machine. I was like, yeah, I know. But I'm like, hey, at least he brought his DeLorean. And then he was like, well, he's planning to make one. I was like, dude, I would rather he just take like 5 or 6 months of his life and make it into a time machine before bringing it to a con. I'm not narking the guy. I mean, it was a fucking rad, cool DeLorean. And he actually filmed, the guy that owns the DeLorean, he pulled out his iPad, was like, Fierce, do you mind if I interview you? And I was like, wow. I'm like, that's quite a change. I'm like, I would be honored. So he said he's going to give me the footage. So, and his whole family like works on his YouTube channel. So like his wife told us where to stand. Then his daughter, and she was like, I don't know, 22, 23. Wait, no. I think she was 23. I can't remember. I think she was 23. She held up the iPad and she was filming us. Then the guy that owns the DeLorean, he interviewed me. So I was honored to get interviewed. I personally haven't been interviewed in quite a while. That was nice. So that part was cool. So then I came back and Michael's like, Fierce, what a bummer. And I was like, yeah, but you know, I'm like, hopefully the rest of the con will be good. So it started off a little bit of a bummer, but ended epically and amazing. Oh my God. Is epically a word? I'm not for sure. It should be. It was bloody fantastic, except for the movie cars. But that made up for it because Fears, I met some celebrities. I got some celebrity interviews. And guys, a big surprise, Pixel is going to shit a fucking brick when he hears about this. Pixel, it finally happened. Oh shit. Oh my God. I'm not even lying. I'm not kidding. Scout's honor, on my father's grave, this happened. And you guys know how much I love my father, so you guys know I'm not kidding. Adam the Woo showed up at the con. I'm interviewing someone, right? And he went, Fierce, have you ever met Adam the Woo? And I was like, I've heard about him. I said, I watched his channel. He goes, hey, Fierce, good news. He's right over there. And I went, where? Where is he? And they went, right there, Fierce. He's in the blue shirt with the black hat. And I went, oh, shit. And I said, do you think he'll, let me go talk to him like an interview? And he's like, Fierce, he's a human being. I was like, yeah, but I'm a little nervous. I'm like, he's inspired me to do a vlog channel. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. And they're like, Fierce, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Get over there. So when you guys see the footage, bear with me. I was a little nervous. I shook his hand. I talked to him. But you guys can tell, when you guys watch me interview him, I was a little nervous because he kind of made a joke. I said, hey, man, I got 2 questions for you. And after the 2 questions, I kept asking questions. And he's like, well, Fierce. He's like, now that's 4 questions. Hey, Fierce, now we're up to 7 questions. And I went, I know, Adam, I know. I just decided to not just ask you 2 questions and make it into an interview, buddy. I'm really sorry. And he's like, don't be sorry, Fierce. He goes, are you nervous? I was like, well, yeah. And he goes, Fierce, don't be nervous. I'm a human being. He goes, I started off just like you. And I was like, yeah, but I'm like, you're the most famous YouTuber I've ever met. So that was an honor. That was an honor to meet the myth, the man, the legend that is Adam the Woo. Join me, shall you? So it finally happened, Pixel, and you're going to shit a brick. And if you guys think I'm lying about this, you guys can leave the community and never come back. But guess what? I'm not lying, so you guys can stay in the community. It finally happened. I never thought it would because I'm like, look, Florida is a big state. I'll probably never bump into him. And thank God I did. So, yeah. So, Tinder Immortal, tell Pixel it finally happened. It's amazing. It's a great thing. I got a pic with him. I did an interview with him. He had his selfie stick with his video camera, but he didn't ask me to be in one of his videos. And I was like, that's okay. But I said, hey, man, I got to get you in a cameo for my vlog. And he was like, oh, yeah, man, for sure. He's like, film it up, Fierce. Go nuts. Go buck wild. And I was like, oh, my God, you are the man, dude. So I was like a little kid in a candy store. So, dude, he was so fucking cool. All right, let me catch up on some comments here, and then we'll get to the rest of the review. Dankness says, hey, Fierce, I gave you a like. Appreciate that, buddy. Dankness says, how was the con? Listen to me, Dankness. It was fucking goddamn spectacular. It was amazing. It was amazing. Dankness, I know you're going to ask me what's for dinner. I had a big breakfast, and then I thought I was going to throw up at the con because I felt my stomach rumbling, and I sat on the toilet for like a good 15 minutes. I didn't throw up, but I felt like I was going to throw up, so I probably won't eat dinner until later. And to answer your question, I don't know what I'm going to eat for dinner because I know you're a foodie, but I don't know yet. But yeah, so that was another thing. Like halfway through the day, I could hear my stomach. It was like all like bubbling and shit. And I'm just like, whoa. And I felt like I put my hand on my stomach and I was like, oh shit, what's this? And I could hear the bubbles and I could hear like, and I was farting away and my stomach was like gargling and making all weird noise, like, all that kind of crap. And I went, oh my God. I'm like, Fierce, you got to get to a toilet immediately. And I sat on the toilet like, well, I mean, you guys don't want to hear the details, but I pretty much sat on there for like 15, 20 minutes. And I was like, oh, yep, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, damn it. Oh, yeah, yep. And, there it was. So, anyway, it was bad, though, for only like 15, 20 minutes. But, oh, Lord, I don't wish Crohn's on anyone, not even my worst enemies. Yeah. Tinder Immortal says, did you ask for a refund? No, I did not, Tinder Immortal. Oh, speaking Tinder Immortal, queen goddess of the VHS tapes. Tinder Immortal, I bought a VHS tape, and I'm going to show you guys. It's all in here, guys. It's all in my backpack. I have tons of goodies that I bought at the con, and I will show you guys in just a minute. You guys won't be disappointed. Was Fears disappointed? No. I got some really good stuff in there. Jeremy says, hey, Fears. Well, hey there, buddy. What's going on? Mr. Lantern says, howdy. Jeremy, Tinder Immortal loses her mind and says, oh my God. Yeah, I mean, I was pretty much losing my shit when I met Adam the Woo too. Tinder Immortal, it was nuts. I was like, hi, I mean, I could barely get my freaking name out. But thank God I got my name out. And he was the most super nice, chill dude ever. Chillest guy. Yeah, it was amazing. I just wish I wouldn't have been so nervous. I mean, I was pretty nervous. There's only been like 2 celebrities that I've ever been like super nervous. But then once you kind of talk to them, then the jitters, the nervousness like kind of floats away. That was Adam the Woo and Steve-O. Steve-O was the granddaddy. Like, I almost didn't even ask him for a picture whenever I met him. I remember he was leaving that club like way back in 2004. And I was like, oh, Fears, you are a fucking goddamn idiot if you don't get over there, grow a sack of balls, and just tap him on the shoulder and be like, hey, man, can I get a picture? And this was back in the Polaroid. Oh, no, I'm sorry, not Polaroid. The disposable camera era. Yes, Fears is fucking goddamn old. And I pretty much did one of the first selfies because I handed him the disposable camera, and he's like, oh, yeah, dude. He's like, let me turn this around. And he turned it around. And then I scraped, the thing where you had to like, set it. And it went rip, 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 rip. And then Steve-O went like this. And I just kind of went in. And I'm all like that. And then he took it. And then he punched me in the nuts. And then it was great. And then I've already told you guys the rest of that night. But man, those two, Adam the Woo and Steve-O, I was really nervous. Pretty nervous. Tinder Immortal says he was on the Tom Green show. That I did not know. I did not know that Adam the Woo was on the Tom Green show. That's pretty cool, though. It's pretty awesome. Dankness says, happy you enjoyed yourself. I like when my friends have a good time. Well, thanks, Dankness. That's very nice of you to say. I had a spectacular time. Dankness, you know what? Dankness, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know why people give you so much shit, man. You're just a normal guy. You're a normal guy. I will admit, you do play that fucking zombie game like 24/7, but who cares? You love that zombie game, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know why people give you so much shit, because you're a nice guy. You're a nice guy, and I know you're a nice guy because you say awesome things like that, buddy, so I appreciate that. Dankness says, now listen to this comment. And he says, happy you enjoyed yourself. I like when my friends have a good time. That's a great compliment. One of the best compliments I've ever gotten from a fan. So I appreciate that, Davis. And you know what? I'm happy too when my friends are happy. Tinder Immortal says, did you bond over your relationship with God? I'll be honest, Tinder Immortal, I had no idea that Adam the Woo was religious. God did not come up, not once, because I was flabbergasted, and I was trying to think of questions to ask him, and I asked him like how he enjoyed living in Florida, and I asked him like how like his fame and stuff, and I told him about my TikTok, and he was like, "Hey man, congratulations, 7,000." I was like, "Well, it's almost 8,000." I said, "Mine's working the reverse way." He went, "Yeah, I know, Fears." He goes, "I gained a shitload of subscribers on YouTube." He goes, and my TikTok, he goes, that's okay. He goes, and you're just the reverse. And I was like, well, I said, every once in a while, I try to get my TikTok followers to walk on over. And he goes, normally, he goes, if they like you on that platform, they'll stay on that platform. He's like, you may get 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 30 people that walk over to both, platforms. He's like, in actuality, like those fans are over there and these fans are over there. He's like, and you just have to work at both of them. And I was like, right on, that's cool. But yeah, I wish religion would have popped up. I had no idea that he was religious, Tinder Immortal, but good to know. I didn't know that. Also about Adam the Woo. So yeah. Pixel says, Fears. Pixel, what's up? I'm sure Tinder Immortal already told you the good news, but I finally met Adam the Woo. That location traveling amazing dude. And he was the nicest guy ever, buddy. Anyway, so that was a big highlight. So anyway, but let's do the day in order. So I got up. I was very tired. I tried to go to sleep, but because I was so excited, I was like, no matter what I did, I couldn't get back to sleep. So I was like, oh, fuck this. I'm just going to stay awake. Got a shower, charged my phone, hightailed it to the convention. There was traffic, so the convention started at 10. Of course, Fears did a dramatic late entrance. I got there at 11:05. I freaking hate being late, but it is what it is with this goddamn traffic. Got there. I made my usual rounds. A lot of the same people come to Jeff's convention. So I went around. I said all the pleasantries. I said hello. How are you guys doing? Chatted with people for a little bit. Filmed in the Knight Rider car. Checked out the DeLorean car. And 5 minutes in, I found some amazing Ghostbuster products. And like I said, they won't disappoint, guys. So already 5 minutes in, I was making deals. Then after I bought a few things, Fears was naughty. I was naughty. I brought $80. Pretty much $80 was spent in about 2 hours. And Fears walked back to the ATM. I should not have walked back to the ATM, but I couldn't help but giggle, and there was more things that I wanted to buy. Because I'm a spoiled little rich kid, right, Quentin? No, I'm just joking. I had to. Actually, me and Quentin are actually getting along. But that's Quentin's joke about me. No, I'm just a big nerd, and I had to have these items. So I went back to the ATM and pulled out some more money and had a good time. Yeah. Anyway, so I did a little shopping, and then that's when I started interviewing people. Pixel says he was just here like 2 weeks ago. That I did not know, Pixel, because I haven't watched any of his videos in about 3 weeks, so I need to catch up. But I did meet him today. Tinder Immortal said he was homeschooled. His parents are traveling pastors. Oh, no, actually, hang on. I remember you saying that, Tinder Immortal. I remember that part. I do remember that part. But yeah. But no, religion never came up. I wish it would have. He seems like a fantastic guy. But yeah. I sent you the video and told you about it in DMs. Oh, right now? Hang on, let me look. Hang on. What did Pixel send me? And I talked to Randall last night. I doubt I'm going to hear from him tonight because last night he called me at work. He showed me some drawings for Fears Man 5, and oh my God, you guys are going to shit a brick. I think that's my new saying because I heard it off a TV or somewhere. So now I've just generated it as my own. You're going to shit when you see these new drawings. Oh my God, they're so spectacular. But he's got like 3 scripts that he's working on today, so I highly doubt I'll get a hold of him today. But maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'll give him a call here in about 2 or 3 minutes. Let me see what Pixel sent me. Give me 1 second. All right. You didn't send me anything, Pixel. Oh, you mean you sent it ages ago? Oh, I got you. Okay, I got you. My mistake. I need to take this off. This is from the con. Bless God, Country, Corp. Yeah, right on, man. It was days ago. You said you were going to watch it. Typical Fears memory. I know, right? I think I forgot. So, Pixel, you're going to have to resend it to me because Fears did forget to read it. So, if you could send it back to me again, I would appreciate it. And I swear on our friendship, I will watch it the second time. I just forgot. I apologize. Vision says, really looking forward to seeing what you got at the con next year. I'm going to show you right now, Visions. I've got it in my backpack. I've got it in my backpack right now. I've got it. We'll definitely see it before the sleepaway camp. Oh, man. I know. I need to get that shit out. I really do. I know. It'll be a year next month. Perfection takes time. This is true. This is true. Somebody just wrote me on. Hang on. Listen. Fears has got no excuse. I was lazy in the past about editing, but I really am going to try to get the videos out quicker, faster, stronger, everything. Give me 1 second. So lay off, man, before I stick a stick up your ass, you motherfuckers. I'll upload them when I want to. Don't fuck with me. I'm just joking. I don't care. I'm not even mad. I'm just playing around with you guys. I do. Shame on Fears. Shame on Fears. I need to get them up faster. I really do. I need to get them up faster. You know, let's just call Randall right now, shall we? Let's just call Randall right now. Let's see if he wants to come in. I apologize. It is Lord Randall. Lord Randall, you better put those scripts down, buddy, and you better come in. I swear to God. Our fears will haunt you in your dreams. Randall? Don't ignore me, buddy. I miss my best friend, man. You got to come into the stream. Epicness has happened. I met Adam the Woo. And he's a good guy. Damn it. Well, I tried. Anyway, check out my new sunglasses. Goodwill. 50 cents. Found these at Goodwill, 50 cents. And they match my shirt, so there it is. All right. Let's see here. So what else? What else happened at the con? If I had to grade it, A-, because they could have did a little bit better on the movie cars. But to each their own. Mr. Lantern says, howdy, Visions. Well, howdy doing, Visions? Mercenary Man says, I threw the link in Randy's Discord. Maybe he'll see it there and we'll get more people. I hope so. I mean, we've got 9 people, so we have a good amount of people so far. Not too bad, not too shabby. So anyway, my very first celebrity interview went fantastic. I went right up to Keith. I don't know how you pronounce his last name. I think it's Keith Coogan. And I walked up to him and I said my favorite phrase, my favorite quote out of Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. And I went up to Keith. Sorry, I'm slurring my words. I'm getting a little tired. I'm taking a shower right after this, and then it's time for a little nappy bye. Look, I'm old. I've got high cholesterol. Fears has gained some weight. I need my naps. All right? Don't be judging me. I went right up to Keith, and I was like, Keith, I've been wanting to say this to you all my life. And he goes, go for it, Fears. Say it. Say what you want. And I just did one of my favorite lines out of the movie. And it's when Sue Ellen is like, I appreciate you. And then he looks right at Sue Ellen and he goes, eat shit. And then Keith started laughing. I started laughing. I got an autograph from him. I told him, I said, don't tell Mom the Babysitter's good, but I said my favorite piece of work that you did is this classic war 80s story, Toy Soldiers. And it's about a bunch of prep school college kids that like get abducted in their own school by like terrorists from like Saudi Arabia or something, and pretty much the college kids say, "Hey, you terrorists, fuck you, you stupid fucks. You're not taking over our school," and they pretty much kill all the terrorists and take back the school. And he was in that movie, and it's great. And he's like, "Oh yeah, Fears." He goes, "That's a good movie." And I was like, "Did you do that before?" He goes, "No." He goes, "I think that was actually, I did that after Adventures in Babysitting." And I was like, "Right on, man." And I said, "Don't get me wrong, Keith." I said, "I love all your work," but I said, "My favorite is Toy Soldiers." I did an interview with him. I think the interview lasted like 13, 14 minutes, so get ready for that. It was a fantastic interview. He was real energetic, just like me. He said he loved my spirit. He loved my energy. He said, "You are a fantastic interviewer, Fears." So, yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing. Pixel says, "I'm taking off, Fears. Have a good one, chat." Pixel, you got to stay, man. I'm just getting to the good bits. I'm just joking, buddy. If you got to go, you got to go. You got to go. At least, shout out to Pixel. Pixel, you can watch the rest later, buddy. You can watch the rest later. But hopefully Mercenary Man and Mr. Lantern and Visions and Tinder Immortal and all the other peeps will stay. So, yeah, we had a fan. Oh, and Dankness. I'm sorry. Dankness and who else is here? Dankness and Mercenary Man. I think I'm not forgetting anyone. Anyway, guys, subscribe to Pixel's channel. So he thought I was definitely a good interviewer, guys, which is one of the greatest compliments ever. After that, I just turned on the camera and I went up to the guy that played the voice of Bowser, and I said, "I gotta get a cameo. I gotta get a cameo of the most gnarliest evil guy in video game history." I pointed to him, and then he went, "Oh, that's right. I'm Bowser." And I was like, "Damn right you are, buddy." So that was good. I got a picture with the guy that does the voice of Charlie Brown. Unfortunately, his agent wouldn't let me interview him, but I did get a photo. The guy that was in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, unfortunately, I couldn't get an interview with him, but I got a photo with him. Let's see. I got a photo with Keith. He did an interview. I did a cameo with the Bowser guy, but no interview. He just kind of popped in. I interviewed Michael and his Knight Rider car again. But probably one of the coolest things was towards the end of the con. Remember how I told you guys they were doing like BMX, like raffling? They were doing like a raffle for a BMX bike. And then Jeff was like, "Fears." He's like, "I know you always want to interview me, but I'm a little busy. I can't do an interview at this con. This one, it's like the first one back, Fears, and like I gotta be on the mic and do the raffle and stuff." I was like, "No, man." I said, "We'll do it. We'll do the interview another day." But then that gave him an idea. He's like, "Fears." He's like, "Do you want to give your video camera out to somebody in the crowd, and you can help me like call off the numbers for the raffle?" And I was like, "Hell yeah." I'm like, "You want me to be in the raffle?" And he was like, "Yeah, Fears." He goes, "I love you, man." He goes, you film so much. You promote my YouTube. You promote my show so much. And you've came to almost every single show." And I was like, "Yeah, I think I've only missed like one or two since I've moved down here." And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Why wouldn't I have you in the raffle?" So I gave my camera to someone. Someone in the crowd was like, "I'd be glad to film you." I was in the raffle. We shuffled all the little tickets. I pulled out a ticket one by one. People won some shirts and some stereos and a TV and all that. And you guys will see it in the raffle. So that was pretty cool. Getting involved with the raffle. That was pretty nice. That was pretty sweet. And then, there was free coffee there. I got some free food. That was good. Because the prices at conventions are, oh my Lord. The prices at conventions want to make me want to throw up. Do not ever eat food at a convention, guys. For a wrap, for a sandwich wrap, guess how much? Not $1, not $2, not $5. They wanted $10 for a wrap. Crap, garbage. Don't spend $10 on a wrap. Then they wanted like $4 or $5 for a soda. I'm like, "Excuse me, am I Mr. Benjamin? Am I Mr. Benjamin? No. I'm glad that you brought that up, Tinder Immortal. A hot dog, they wanted like $4.50, and I'm like, these prices are ridiculous. So no, I didn't eat anything. I did have a water. And somebody gave me the water for free. They were handing out water bottles. So I was like, I'll take a water bottle. So Fears likes free. Cheers to that. But usually prices at conventions are skyrocketing. So yeah. But that was really cool to be in the raffle and help with the raffle and help with the con. That was pretty sweet. And what was really cool is when I got up there, like Jeff gave me this awesome introduction. He's like, you've seen him with his camera. You've seen his YouTube channel. Fears has been to almost every single one of my cons. Let's give it up for the Fears Man at Fears Man 26. And I came on the stage and I said, thanks everybody. I said, Jeff, it's an honor to help you with the raffle. We got the raffle going. I was calling out the names and stuff and all the numbers. Some people won some t-shirts and some stereos and a TV and stuff. It was pretty good. And then I had then he said, Fears, he goes, I hate to cut you off, but he goes, I'm gonna have somebody else come up because I had to take off because I was getting tired. So somebody took over for me, and then he's like, if you got anything else to say, and I said, I love you. I had to keep it very short and sweet. So I said, I love you guys. I love the cons. Subscribe to my channel. Check out my channel at FearsMan26. You'll love it. And then I hopped off the stage. You guys will see it in the vlog. I think I did pretty good for my first raffle speaker, motivational speaker, or whatever you want to call it. Not motivational. Raffle speaker, whatever you want to call it. Steve's here. He says, I like supporting the cons, so I buy the food. No, don't get me wrong, Steve. I support the cons. I just don't like when they anally ass rape you up the butt with outrageous prices. Who in their right mind is going to buy a sandwich wrap for $10? Who in their right mind is going to buy a soda for like $5.70? I know not me. So I always eat either after the con or before the con. And I only eat there if I absolutely have to, you know. But I do support the cons. Let's see here. And I support the cons by buying stuff from the vendors because I bought a whole bunch, you know. Speaking of the vendors, are you going to show off the loot fears? I am. I'm going to show it off right now. Steve says, can't wait to see this footage. Whoa, geez. Okay, I have kids in the room. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not know your kids were watching. I apologize. Well, Steve, I had no idea that you were a family man. I apologize. But the fear streams are not for the faint of hearted. You know. Did you feel like Tony Robbins when speaking up there? No, Tinder Mortal. I just felt honored because no one's ever like. I've gotten on stage before because in high school and college I did plays and stuff. So being on a stage was nothing new to Fears, but it had been a long time since I'd been on a stage. And this one was a proper stage. Like you walked up these stairs and I was on a platform and I was talking to like, oh my God, there had to be at least 2,000 people there. Easy. And I just said, thanks for all the loyal support. I love you guys. I love all your comments. I love all your likes. Thanks for coming to the lives. I said, please subscribe, to my, I had to keep it short and sweet. I said, I love you guys. I love the cons. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel at FearsMan26. So yeah, it was great. All right. Ask and you shall receive. Mercenary Man wants to see my loot. I'm sure you guys are excited. So I'm going to back this up a little bit. All right, here we go. I tried to get a little of everything, you know. I tried to get a little bit from the 70s, a little bit from the 80s, a little bit from the 90s. So, because it was a sci-fi pop culture 80s, 90s themed. So hopefully you guys will like this. Triple is here. Well, Triple, you just got here at the perfect time because Fears is about to show off what he got at the convention. He said, I just got here in time to hear Fears do what he does best, to complain about the convention food prices. Ha ha ha. Well, see, the reason why I complain is because I don't think it's right that they charge an arm and a leg for a goddamn soda. $5.50. That is absolute bullshit. It's absolute crap. Whatever happened to $1.75, $1.50? You know what I'm trying to say? All right. The first one I got, booyah, right here. Logan's Run. I don't know what this is about. I just saw it on a rack, and it looked like a hilarious 80s film, you know, their version of the future, you know. Listen to this hilarious crap garbage Blu-ray. Now, they wanted $12 for it. No, 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 no. Do you think Fears spent $12? Hell no. I worked my magic and got a deal. I said, look, I said, if I show this in a vlog, and I'll plug you guys, you got to knock it down to at least $7 or $8. And the guy's like, well, I tried to do $5. And he's like, I can't do $5, Fears. He's like, what about $9? And I was like, well, I said, I'll meet you in the middle. How about $8? And he was like, done. So I only had to pay $8 for it. So listen to this. This one is in the year 2274, humans live in a vast bubble-like metropolis where machines help them do practically everything, provide all their needs, so everyone can purchase endless pleasure. Endless pleasure leads to endless laziness. When anyone who is 30 years old must submit to a committee, a soaring, spinning trip to eternity, and supposal reboot. The screen's first use of laser holographic technology. This post-apocalyptic world of the 80s is a must in your movie collection. I'm utterly fucking losing my goddamn mind. And I cannot wait to watch this piece of shit garbage. Oh my god, this looks hilarious. Look at all this hilarious, like, 80s shit. Look at this guy's, like, look at this woman's 80s haircut. I had to get it because it was classic 80s garbage. It sounds like classic 80s garbage, and it was a Blu-ray, so I was like, right on. So, that's the first thing. All right, here we go. So, I told you guys I got some Ghostbuster stuff. So, the first thing on the to-do list, Fears loves breakfast items. Now Fears has the official Ghostbusters cereal. Oh, my Lord, look at this. But they said, Fears, this is like 4 or 5 years old, so don't eat it. So, you hear it, but since it's 6 years old, I'm just going to be putting it on a shelf and never opening the box. So, hell yeah. They wanted only $6 for it, but Fears only paid $3 for it. Always making those deals. Nice. The official Ghostbusters cereal. I don't know if it's 6 years old. Maybe the guy said 2 or 3, but he said it's old. He said, Fears, don't open it up, don't eat it. And I was like, I don't intend to. All right. Next on the to-do list. Here we go. Let's see, where's that? Where's the next thing? All right, here we go. Booyah! The entire cast signed this. Oh, yes. The entire cast signed it. And whoever owned this before said, I got it signed by Harold Ramis before he died. So, they weren't at the con, but the guy that owned this said, I met the entire cast and they all signed it before Harold passed away. So I had to get it. Don't ask me how much I paid for this, guys. Shh. It was a lot. But it doesn't stop there. No, 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 no. Booyah! Fear's got an autograph from Keith Coogan, and he says, 2 fears from Keith Coogan, and then he says, I told him to put a quote, his favorite quote from the movie, and he put, "This is coffee." Now, you guys remember that scene where he walks up to the roof and he opens up the roof door, and all of a sudden that terrorist turns around and he's like the terrorist just like a bat out of hell turns around with a machine gun and just screams at him. And he's like, like going ballistic. And then all of a sudden he's all like this, and then he just throws down the coffee thermos, and he throws it down, and he's like, "This is coffee." And then he just like closes the thing. That's my favorite scene because the terrorist just goes fucking goddamn ballistic. He's like, "Funana, ande," like going ballistic, like he just goes nuts with it. Triple says, great find. How is it 6 years old? It's Afterlife. It just came out. Is it Afterlife? Maybe it's a couple months old. I don't know. Is it? Let's see. Oh, it is. It is. Oh, yeah, it does. It says Afterlife. Never mind. I guess I didn't see that. I thought it was the old one, the one that I grew up with from the 80s. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I'm still not going to open it, if you got to be a good collector, you don't want to, because the minute you open this, it decreases the value. So it's just going to sit on a shelf like that. I didn't know it was Afterlife, though. I thought it was the one. I thought it was the cereal thing from the 80s or 90s. Oh, well, it's still cool. It's still awesome. Let's see. Triple says, wow, put that in frame real quick. Oh, here? Right on. So I got a signature. That's pretty cool. And I never say to John. I always just say 2 fears, because whenever I die, then my family members can still put it on the wall, because if I say 2 fears, then, the entire Fears family can enjoy it, So, boom. All right, next thing on the to list. Somebody was texting me. Give me 1 second. Oh, awesome. My dad just texted me and said, my dad's home from the hospital. That's awesome. My dad said, hey, John, I'm home from the hospital. I'm a little tired, but feeling better. I had a urine infection. Let's talk tomorrow. I love you, son. Well, I'm glad my dad's back from the hospital. Here, let me text him back real quick. I'm going to say, get some sleep. Get some sleep. And I love you too. You're the best dad a guy could ask for. Good night, Dad. Let's see. Good night, Dad. Give Mom a hug for me. Yes, I love my mom and my dad. They're the best. Give Mom a hug for me. Nice. Well, I'm so glad my dad's out of the hospital. That's fucking awesome. Triple says, I was saying you need to put that Ghostbuster pick into frame to keep it safe. Oh, I got you. I thought you meant like on camera. Oh, yeah. Trust me. It's going in a frame and it's going on the wall. Don't worry. All right. Next thing on the to-do list. All right, guys. Check this out. Is this a signed copy of Ghostbusters, the script with the entire cast? Oh, I think so. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Again, don't ask Fears how much I paid for this. It was a couple $100. Shh. It was a lot. But check this out. The entire script. Oh, yeah. All the signatures. Bask in its glory. Amazing. Did Fears do good? I think so. Dang, Fears, you got some great scores this con. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Sadly, it was almost all Ghostbuster stuff, but would you expect anything less from Fears? I think not, because I love Ghostbusters. All right. Now, this next one, do you think Fears would go to a movie retro 80s, 90s sci-fi pop culture convention and not get a movie prop? The answer is no, damn it. And that's why Fears bought, oh yes, a Wonka bar. An official Wonka bar. Oh yes. Now, this is not candy. This is not candy. It's made out of plastic. It is. It has the official wrapping on it. And I said, well, what if I open this? And he said, Fears, it's a block of plastic. It's a block of wood. That's what they used in the film. They either used a block of wood and then wrapped it, because when they made that 70s film, they didn't want the chocolate melting. And they said, so they either used plastic ones or they used the wood ones. I went with the plastic one. So yeah, an official Wonka bar. Somebody is texting me and going nuts. If it's my dad, I don't care. My dad can text all he wants. Oh, it is my dad. Hang on. He says, love you too, son. I love you too, Dad. You're the best. Feel better. Or I'm glad you feel better. Let's see here. Triple says, dang, Fears, you got some pretty good scores. I think I did pretty good. I mean, this is fucking awesome. Tinder Immortal says, wow. I knew you guys would love it. I knew Fears is always thinking about good content and what would surprise you guys and stuff that I love. So yeah. Pretend Story says, wow, Fears, you paid a couple $100 for paper. Not just paper. Ghostbuster paper. Pretend Stories, there's a difference. It's movie history. And this is not paper, it's a prop. It's a movie prop. It's a movie prop. All right, next on the to-do list, Tinder Immortal, this is a big shout out to you. I had to get a new VHS tape. So I saw all the VHS tapes off into the distance. They were glowing. They were all in the, my friend Sean came back and he was like, Fears, if you think I had just a few VHS tapes last time, and I was like, yeah, I'm like, you had about, 50 to 100. He goes, Fears. He goes, I topped that. And I was like, well, like, what do you mean? And he's like, oh, Fears. He goes, I brought over 2,000 this year to this con. And I was like, wow. I'm like, last con he only brought like 150. And he's like, oh yeah, Fears. He goes, dude. He goes, I dug deep into the bowels of my collection. He goes, and out with the old and in with the new. And he goes, for every VHS I sell, that just gives me more monies to buy some more new nerd shit. And I was like, yeah. And so now this one, it's not a classic movie, but I just don't have it on VHS. I've got it on Blu-ray. I've got it on DVD, but I don't have a VHS until now of this. And I'm going to put it right up there with all my other VHS. But this movie's very near and dear to my heart because it kind of started towards the end of the 90s and went into the 2000 era. But it started in the 90s, late 90s. Oh, yes. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. So in honor of Tinder Immortal, so yes. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. And this one is sealed with the plastic. Oh, yes. So there it is. I know it's not a classic film, Tender Immortal, but I saw it and it was only like 25 cents. He's like, Fierce, 25 cents? And I was like, ooh! I said, I'll buy a movie for 25 cents. So yeah, continuing on. Mercenary Man says, what are you going to do with that script, Fierce? I'm going to love it. I'm going to embrace it. I'm going to put it on display in my apartment. So when people come over, they're going to be like, holy shit, Fierce, is that an original signed copy of your favorite movie with the entire cast signatures on it? And I'm going to be like, yeah. And I wouldn't have it any other way because I love me some Ghostbusters. Tinder Immortal says, get that VHS signed. Oh, one day I will. One day I will. All right, next thing. There was a local Ghostbuster club. So I had to show my support. And I bought their official Ghostbuster patch. So it's usually where this is red, they've made it into an orange with the leaf. So this is the official West Orlando Ghostbuster club. So I got that. And then they gave me a whole bunch of like Ghostbuster cards. And then they gave me their official. This is the Ghostbusters 407 West Orlando Charter. And it says, Dear Fears, we want to thank you for the support and love, and thanks for purchasing a gift from our booth. We hope you love the product you just got. If you want further details, be sure to check out our website at suchandsuch.com. And it says, check out all of our social media pages for updates. And remember, if you see any ghosts, be sure to call. Well, you know who to call. Yeah, you call those motherfucking Ghostbusters. All right. Continuing on. Oh, I didn't even know they threw this in. They threw in their card with all their stuff. And then they gave me this awesome wristband that says Ghostbusters on. I didn't even know they threw it in the bag, but they threw it in the bag. Nice. Nice. All right, continuing on. So as you guys know, my backpack is filled to the brim with pins, and I got a few new ones. Now, I got these for free because Jeff hooked me up. I got the Florida Toy Show one and the Super RetroCon one, and then they gave me 2 extras. So, yeah, that's good. That's good. All right, continuing on. Let's see. Is there anything else left? Hang on. Let me figure this out. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay. Give me a second here. Oh, I got the official schedule. So the official schedule is March 27th. Coming up, guys, we have the Orlando Star Wars Collectors Con. Now, I've been to that one before. It's a good one. I'll be probably going to that one. I'll probably skip the Tampa one because I probably know I have to work around this time, and there's no way to get out of it. But that's from April 9th and 10th. That's the Florida Extravaganza Toy Hunters Collection Con. I haven't went to that one, but maybe one day. I'll probably skip the April 24th because who gives a flying fuck about Funko Pops? I don't really care too much about Funko Pops, but if you're in the Orlando area, April 24th, Funko Pop or Orlando Con. And then one of my favorites, May 7th, is Orlando Toycon, where they have it in this big, epic, like 5-star resort and hotel. I mean, you got to have some major coin to stay at this resort. It's at the Avani Palms Resort, Banquet Center and Hotel and Resort. Nice. And then May 29th, I used to like G.I. Joes when I was a kid, but as you guys know, I'm more of a Ninja Turtle fan and Ghostbuster fan, so I will not be going to the official G.I. Joe Collectors Toycon. And so far, that's it. So March through May. So they're doing less cons this year. So out of all those, I'll probably go to 3 more. Jeff said he may add on to this, but so far, that's all we got. All right, what's next? Let's see. Somebody gave me a couple business cards. You guys don't want to see those. That's everything, guys. That is everything. So let me know in the comments section what was your favorite thing that Fears bought. Was it the pins? Was it the official movie script of Ghostbusters? That cost thousands of dollars. I'm just joking, not thousands, but a couple hundred. And had the entire cast sign. Was it Jackass the movie? Oh shit. Was it the cereal? Oh shit. Was it the official Wonka bar? I shouldn't have done that. Now there's going to be slobber and spit all over that prop, but I don't care. Let me know. Let me know in the comments section, or let me know in the Chizat. Stereotypical American says, you must be blocked, Blaze Dragon, or else Fears would read your messages. I don't know who the fuck Blaze Dragon is, so I think you're just joking around with me, Stereotypical American, because I don't seem to recall a Blaze Dragon in the chat ever. So, yeah. Stereotypical American says, plus he doesn't like Matt. Correct. So I wouldn't be interested that you're his fan. No. I would not be interested. Dana says, thanks for sharing all that. Great find. Thanks, Dana. I appreciate that. Mercenary Man says, why don't you join the Ghostbusters Club? I may, you know. It seems like a cool club. You'd think a big fan like yourself would be more involved in the community. Well, I mean, I work a lot, and I go to cons a lot, so maybe one day, Mercenary Man. I'm not saying that I won't join. I just haven't joined yet. But maybe one day. Maybe one day. Let's see. Mercenary Man says, I think the scripts are the coolest. How did the vendor authenticate it? It came with an authenticity card. So I think what it is I think it's a reproduction of the actual script. It's not the original script. I don't know where, but he said that he bought the script at an auction, and then before Harold Ramis died, they were all at some charity function or some Comic-Con or whatever. That's what he told me. And he just had them all sign it. And I was like, wow. And he only had 2 copies of it on his desk. And now I own one of them. So there we are. But yes, I do think the script is pretty cool. Triple says, well, seems like you had yourself, wait, hang on. Well, seems like you had yourself quite the con. Oh, I did. And the footage will show you guys even more delicious jams and jellies. So yeah. But yeah. So I hope everybody enjoyed the stream. I'm hella tired because, like I said, I haven't slept since 6 this morning, and I worked all last night, so that's why I made the coffee extra strong. So if anyone's got any more questions, I'll probably stay for about 5 or 6 more minutes, but if there's nothing else to talk about, I'm downing this coffee, making some dinner, taking a shower. Probably not going to edit anything tonight, and I'm going to watch that fucking hilarious, like, 80s movie that's, like, from 2020. Wait, what the fuck did it say? What year was it? Like 2020, where they fucking live in a bubble or some shit? It looked fucking hilarious. What is it? I'm sorry, 2274. I cannot wait to watch this piece of shit garbage. You always love like the 80s version, of the future. They didn't get one. Well, they did get a few things right from Back to the Future, but I guarantee you, none of the shit that they put in this film, we're not going to have for a very long time. But in the 80s, they definitely tried their best. They tried their best to make things super futuristic, but ended up making everything like super cheesy. So I love their shit garbage 80s version of the future that's super cheesy. So I cannot wait to watch this horrible piece of crap and laugh my ass off to sleep. It's going to be good. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. And I don't think it's got one person, one celebrity in it. I think it's just random. Michael York stars in this spine-tingling sci-fi 80s tale. I don't even know who Michael York is. So I think it's a bunch of unknowns in this movie. The New York Times says, super funny, super effective, super cheesy, and quite poetic. They even put cheesy on the DVD. Hilarious. Triple says 2001 A Space Oddity had some pretty accurate predictions, but that was 1968, not 1980s. That's cool. I have watched 2001 Space Odyssey. That's some good stuff. But they always, like the 80s future, they always try to like hyper, like, not hyper's not the right word. They always try to like elaborate on future technology, and they either get it super, super wrong or a little bit right or very right. Like, I'll give you an example. Like Star Trek The Next Generation, nobody thought in the 80s we'd be like writing on pads and looking information on pads. Pretty much an iPad is a 24th century pad that they used in Star Trek. They only spell it differently in the Star Trek and in Starfleet. They spell it PADD, and then an iPad is spelled IPA. I'm sorry, IPAD. It's pretty much the same piece of technology. Like flip phones. Remember flip phones? That's pretty much a tricorder. So the guy that invented the flip phones, we don't really use flip phones anymore. I had a flip phone back in the day. But if you look at the flip phone cell phones, they kind of look like tricorders, because tricorders were those things where it's like this, and you'd be like, and then like you'd talk into it and shit. Like, Stardate 56745. This is James T. Kirk, and we've landed on this mysterious planet that is nothing but green. So far, no intelligent life, but we went into the bowels of a cave and found some sex slaves. Wow. That's my best impersonation of Jim Kirk. Be gentle. Be gentle. It's probably not that good. And there was one thing that I was a little disappointed on. I did not see, not one. There was a lot of cosplay there. There was a lot of Star Wars, a lot of Star Trek cosplay. There was a lot of 80s cosplay. But not one 80s video game cosplay. And I was waiting. I cannot wait for the day where someone dresses up as the merchant from Resident Evil 4. I know that's not an 80s game, but I want to see someone do some cosplay for that. So yeah. Yep. But I did not see it. Not once. Not once. Give me 1 second. Someone's telling me to read something. But yes, Triple, you are going to, your mind is going to explode when you see this con. I'm gonna start working on. I may start on it a little bit tonight, but I have to get some sleep, and I need at least 2 hours, and then Fears will be good. So I'll either start on it tonight or tomorrow. Tomorrow for sure, because I've got nothing to do tomorrow. But big news. I am hanging out with my buddy Sam next Monday, and we're gonna do like. Sam's gonna come over. We're gonna play miniature golf. We're gonna get something to eat, and then Sam is a big nerd. He's like, "Well, Fears, maybe I can help you out." And I said, "Why that?" He goes, "I know a lot of your fans. You told me love video games." I said, "Not all my fans like video games, but a lot of my fans like video games." And then he was like, "Why don't you like video games?" I was like, "People misconstrue the situation. I don't hate video games." I said, "I just say I think young people these days play too much video games. Expand your mind. Go out. Find a girlfriend. Get a job. Do things. Don't sit around like Carrie and play video games for 17 plus hours and stuff your face with pizza for 8 hours, you know." Carrie, no offense. I think you're cool, but Carrie could do a lot more. Carrie's a very smart woman, and she could, she's got 2 degrees. She just chooses not to get a job. I'm just stating the truth, and everybody knows it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not making fun of her. I think she could do so much more, but she refuses not to. But it's not my life; it's her life. So yeah. Stereotypical American says those were all Matman fans. Yeah, that's why I got rid of them. Because I don't want those sick fucks in my chat. Give me a second here. Someone's telling me to read something. But yeah, I was very disappointed. No merchant cosplay. Unbelievable. Maybe Fears will do it one day. What are you buying? Well, what are you selling? I'm selling some of my DVDs. That's what I'm selling. I see you have an eye for things, stranger. Gun's just not about shooting. It's about reloading, mate. You know what I'm talking about. I think my accent, he's not real British. I thought he was. But I looked it up online. He's more Australian. Because no English person, no British person would say mate. Mate is an Australian thing. So yeah. Fears can't do many impressions, but I've got Steve-O down. Oh yeah, dude, totally rad, man. He's easy to do. The merchant I've pretty much got down. I mean, I always try to perfect him a little bit. I can do a British accent. I can do an Australian accent. I can do Quentin pretty good. I don't know if Quentin likes my impersonation, but I got him down. All you have to do is spray paint your hair blonde and talk like an 11-year-old. Hey, man. I just got this new video game, man, and it's really cool, man. I just say man a lot, and then there you go. There you go. I'll read these later. But me and Quentin are actually getting along. Shudder the thought. I never thought that would happen in a million years. But we are. Mercenary Man says, Fears, you skipped my comment about the authenticity card. Can we see it before the end? That's pretty cool. Hang on. Where is it? It's somewhere in these 8 or 9 bags, Mercenary Man. Let me see if I can find it. And probably what I'm going to do is I'm probably either going to like put this on a table like this so everybody can see it. Or what I may do is I may take like the back of it like this and put the authenticity card like in there, close it, and then put this in a frame and then put it on the wall, you know? I better take this off. Let's see. There's this. There's the movie. The schedule. Let's see. That's a business card. Pin. Another pin. Let's see here. I'm looking for it. Give me 1 second. Let's see here. Another pin. Okay. The signed of all the Ghostbusters. Let's see here. The Wonka bar. Toy Soldier autograph. Where the hell is that thing? The schedule for this year's cons. The cereal. The Jackass thing. Where the hell is the card? If I lost that card, I'm going to be pissed, guys. I know I have it somewhere. Hang on. Hang on. So there's that. There's this. I'm serious. If I lost that card, Fears is going to be raging. Well, even if I did lose the card, who gives a shit? I got the prop, you know? I mean, I got the thing, but I should have it. That's their business card. That's another business card. That's the wristband. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Now, it's got, I can only show you the back of it, Mercenary Man, because it's got a bunch of, like, information that I don't want the trolls to know, but boom, there it is. I can't show the front of it, but there it is. Thank God I didn't lose it. In fact, you know what? I'm going to put this right in the script so I will not lose it. Put these back in the bag. And I'm going to photograph all these guys and put it on my Instagram. So I've got a lot of things to do before I can go to sleep. But I found some pretty good finds, and I got this. I got this. Remember that guy from the vlogs, the prop shop guy? He's like, "Oh, Fierce." He goes, "If you thought this was cool," and I was like, "Where the hell do you get all these props from?" And he's like, "Fierce." He's like, "Before I did conventions for a living," he goes, "I used to work in Hollywood, and I used to work on movie sets, and I used to work on like New York movie sets." And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I've just accumulated props over the years." And I was like, "Really?" And he's like, "Oh," so he goes, "Fears, if you think this is great, wait till the next con." And I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "What kind of props are you gonna get?" And he's like, "Oh, just you wait." I was like, "Oh," I'm like, "Dude, come on." I'm like, "You got to give me a taste of what you're gonna bring." He's like, "All right, Fears." He's like, he goes, "The reason why I brought Willy Wonka, that's like classic, like 1980s." And I was like, "Yeah." And so he said, in a couple of months when he comes back and does a con, he said he's gonna bring stuff from anything and everything horror from the 1980s. So he's like, "Fears, think classic props from the 1980s horror." And I was like, "Oh my God." I'm like, if he brings a real Chucky doll, I'm gonna shit a brick. I'm like, I'll pay for a real Chucky doll. You know, he'll sit on that nightstand over there, and that'll be hilarious. He's like, "Fears, what about a signed like ghost face mask?" And I was like, "I wouldn't mind a signed ghost face mask." And he's like, "Fierce." He goes, "What about an original?" And I was like, "Oh, bullshit. You're not going to get an original Michael Myers mask. Plus, that's from the 70s, but I would still take it, though." He's like, "Oh, Fierce, you have no idea." And he was like, hyping it. Mercenary Man, I kid you not. Kid you not. He kept hyping this up. He's like, "Fierce, you have fucking no idea. You have no idea." I was like, "Well, I guess I'll find out in a few months." And he's like, "Fierce," he's like, "I'm going to go to LA. I'm going to get some more props." Because now he lives down in Florida, but I guess whenever he does his homework and before he goes to these cons, and how he found out about Jeff's cons, I don't know. I didn't ask, it's none of my business. But the way he said it, he flies to LA, hooks up with his LA friends, gets a bunch of props, comes down and makes a killing down here. And I was like, well, thank God you make that trip, or Fears would not have an official Wonka bar. Yeah, dude. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. Oh, is he? Stereotypical American says Matt is streaming now, telling his people to comment. Well, see, that's just how immature he is. Notice how Fears has not got mad at all. I just block them. That just shows you how much of a life he doesn't have. But there it is. Whatever. Let them comment. I will just block them until the end of time. True Mercenary Man. Mercenary Man says, hey, Fears, lay off of Quentin. You two are getting along, and making fun of him doesn't help anyone. Not to mention the guy's saying, fair enough. But I really wasn't making fun of him. I was just joking around. But you guys have to admit, I do a pretty good Quentin impersonation. But, yes, I understand what you're saying, Mercenary Man. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, we are getting along. I never thought in a million years we would. Little Bob is here. He goes, yo, Fear, cool finds, pimp. Well, I appreciate that. Pro Lab says Fears Man's here. Well, of course I'm here. It's my channel. Little Bob says, that creep Matt is obsessed with you. Yeah, and then some. I don't know why. I haven't talked to the guy in months. And I'll be honest, you guys know this. I could care less if he lives or dies. We all know what he is. I'm not going to go into what he is because everybody knows what he is. And the only time I talk about Matt is when someone says, hey, Fierce, Matt Man's talking about you. And then I usually say, I don't care. I don't care that he's talking about me because I don't care. And he's a waste of time. So there it is. But I appreciate it, Little Bob. Little Bob, it sucks that you missed almost the entire stream, but go back. I showed everybody some cool finds that I found at the con. And this was a long con. I got there at 11, and it didn't stop until, well, people started packing up their booths around like 4:30-ish, but it didn't stop until like 5:30. So I stayed even when people were packing up their stuff, and then I finally got tired, and I was like, I got to get home and get some sleep. And I'm going to sleep right after the stream is done. Anyway. I think I did all right. I found some pretty cool shit. Stuff from movie history, stuff that I love. I didn't really focus on a lot of toy stuff this time, you know. I focused on movie stuff this time. So maybe next time I'll find some cool toys and shit. And collectibles. So there it is. But I had a hell of a time. It was just what Fears needed because I hadn't been to a con since, let's see here. Because I skipped a few cons around Christmas time because I just didn't feel like going to cons. Plus, I wanted to work at my new security posting. It pays me more money, and I'm more happy at this new security posting. And I wanted to focus on my work because that's more important. And now that everything's working out, everything's okay, and everything's gelling, because the other place was not gelling, and I had to work with idiots and people that were extremely rude, and I was like, I'm done. And I just begged my boss, and he's like, don't worry, Fears, I'll find you a new spot. And I was like, you're the man. Thank you so much. He's like, plus this new location that you're going to pays you more money. And I was like, well, that's good. Thanks a lot there, buddy. So, yeah. So I don't think I've been to a con since last November. So it was well overdue, but I can't wait for the next one. Little Bob says, hell yeah, I've been listening, doing laundry. Oh, okay. So I just wanted to make sure that you were listening, Little Bob. I thought maybe you missed the whole thing. And the reason why I'm red, because I know the trolls are going to go nuts about it. I went to the beach recently, got a little tan. My skin is very sensitive. So whether I tan or I don't tan, or I sunburn, if I get a sunburn, it naturally turns into a tan. And I'm half British, and we British people don't tan very easily. And we all know that Fears' skin is super sensitive I don't know why. It's always been like that ever since I was 6 or 7. So sometimes it looks like I'm angry and I'm not. That's why they call me like red face and tomato face, but I just find it funny because it's kind of true because, you know, I'm usually red all the time because my skin is very sensitive, and I think that's a really creative nickname, tomato face. I even told Randall, I said, I don't even care that the trolls call me that. I said, I think it's fucking hilarious. I said, what if in like a Fears Man episode, like Fears just like has this uncontrollable rage, and when Fears Man, you know, loses his shit, he just transforms into this fucking red Hulk-like creature and like shows his anger. And Randall's like, Fears. He goes, that is genius. And I was like, well, I said, Randall, I said, I like to sometimes keep Fears Man in a little bit of reality. And I said, I grab stuff from my real life. There's been times where I've been on camera and I have lost my shit, and you guys have seen it. And I haven't lost my shit in quite a while. But now that I said that, now someone will try and get me to lose my shit. But I've been doing good. I haven't lost my shit like in, about a year or two, something like that. And that's pretty impressive for Fears. Because remember back in the day, oh my God, I deleted all the old, I think a few of the old streams still exist, but not many. Because I acted like a complete asshole. I was getting mad at every little thing. And I was like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And I'm blocking you, and I'm blocking this, and I'm blocking that, and fuck you, and fuck this, and fuck that. And I was just like, I'm just sitting there watching it, just like, oh my God, I have to get rid of this. And so I deleted almost every single one of them. So it's good that I don't lose my shit over like tiny little things. But, oh man, the classic Fears from back in the day. What? You called me a pinhead? Fuck you. I hope you die. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm blocking you. You know, I only block now when I absolutely have to, or if someone's trying to annoy me and start dropping the chat and I can sense it and I'm like, nope. And I just don't even respond. I just block them. So, but oh man, back in the day, those crazy times back in the day, man. Oh Lord. Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. Well, guys, I think that it's been a fantastic day. I hope you guys had a fantastic day. I hope you guys had a wonderful, amazing day. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to my friend Randall, Lord Randall, at Cameo Man 2021 and the Mayor of Magic. Don't forget to check out Pixel Protocol, Lord of the Pylons, and subscribe. Pixel, we need a new video from you, buddy. Get off your ass and edit something. Please, man. Come on. Don't forget to subscribe to that amazing manic person that we love and know, The Carrie Show. Don't forget to check out Tinder Immortal, Queeness Goddess of the VHS tapes, at Electric Evie, and Tinder Immortal. Anyway, Fears loves you. Fears cares about you. Fears is always thinking about you. Fears is always losing sleep and doing live streams and making videos for the fans and for my love of film. Anyway, this is Fears. I'm going to bid you guys a fond farewell. I'm going to go take a shower, and I may order a pizza. Maybe. Either a pizza or I may make a soup and salad. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Anyway, Fears loves you. Peace. And guess what? Guess what? Chunk.